So when I look at my Explore page on Instagram, I see a lot of fine gay influencers work and twerk. However, the open secret about most of them is that they partake in scandalous sex work. Let's discuss. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's talk about something that's very touchy. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. So your boy's been sick. I've had the flu for the past week. But bear with me if I sound like a baritone. It's because your boy's been sick and I'm just now getting my speech back. But guys, this is a random topic today. Very random topic. I literally pulled this out of my ass. But since y'all are attending my class, I want to go ahead and talk about this whole entire gay influencer to corn star pipeline. What is a pipeline, you ask? Well, the same with women, you know, IG models. Some of them on the low do a little something strange for some change. Well, the gay influencers do that, but it's times 10. So you guys, when I had like a little bit of hiatus, when I was in half of a coma, I was actually binging my old content because I find myself entertaining. But I watched my video that I did on Khalid when he got outed by this man by the name of Hugo D. Alamonte. But the thing about Hugo D. Alamonte is that he is one of the boys that play. Now, you would think he was just like a model slash like Latin pop artist. Like that's the front. But when you go to his Twitter, you see his front. Full frontal. On display, spread cheeks for days. Like that's what Hugo De La Monte has on display. And it really had me thinking like, how disappointing. Disappointing because there is a trend of gay influencers that they're so beautiful and so talented, and you would think they could just lead with that. But they lead with their back end. But a lot of the IG influencers, the gay ones that show their back end, they're showing their back end to advertise it so you can come to their back end. Now, full disclaimer, before I go all the way in, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all because I gotta keep it real with y'all. I love corn. I am a corn fanatic. I love corn in the morning, I love corn in the afternoon, I love corn in the bathroom, I love corn before bed. It's giving a lotte in play. Y'all, I watch so much corn to a point where I'm bored with it. I'm just absolutely just bored with it, especially on the gay side of things. Especially with the fact that a lot of the corn stars of today are a little frail and feminine. Like, for gosh sakes, like what on earth? Can we get some girth? But anyways, that's why I go ahead and look at the straight corn sometimes out of pure boredom. Honestly, I'm just bored with all of it. After I'm done, I'm just like, disgusting. But when I get bored with today's corn, I go back and look at the corn of the past. I look at the past pasture. And when I look at the past Cabbage Patch, one thing about the corn stars back then, that was their occupation. That's what they known for. That's what the lane they were in. That's the lane that they stayed in. But y'all, today in the modern age, really I blame Beyonce. Y'all, in 2020, when Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion came out with that Savage remix, and she was like TikToks on my hips when I dance. On that Demon Time, she may start her OnlyFans. That felt like it was a spell cast to the world, and literally every boy and girl started an OnlyFans. And to everybody's credit, that was a time when there was a lot of uncertainty in the world. Like, a lot of people that were already in the industry faced a lot of uncertainty, and that's when a lot of notable celebrities, like notable influencers, started hunching on TV for cash. Y'all, I knew something was amiss when I saw people like Sean T, for example, starting to do corn on OnlyFans. Sean T, Mr. P90X, the main man that carved his own lane in fitness and was really like the first black gay man to do the damn thing. Even though he wasn't out of the closet, we already knew that man was gay. But the one thing about him is that he did that damn thing.
I don't want you to ever get down on the floor to do crunches again. All you need to do is tilt, tuck, and tighten.
He was somebody to look up to, but when you look up to him and look at his recent catalog and Twitter antics, he now does corn with his husband and other people and by himself. It's just crazy to think that, like, you've had this, what, I want to say, like, 20-year, almost 30-year career in fitness, like, really just out there, just, you really made your own lane, and you were, like, the master of fitness and doing the damn thing, and fitness DVDs and all that. Like, we used to work out to him every single day when I was in college. Like, he was really grinding and putting them DVDs out. but now you're putting some DVDs out. It's like you have people that you look up to, but then you see them moving in a certain way and then spreading their cheeks to the world, and it's just like, Like when it comes to the gay community, they put 3 types of men on a pedestal. 1, attractive straight men. 2, the Instagram model types. And 3, corn stars. It's like after 2020, those lines just completely blurred. Like the transition from Instagram model to influencer to corn star have been completely blurred. It's just like you see this person thriving on Instagram, doing the damn thing, but then you transfer over to their Twitter and they're doing the damn thing. I feel like before 2020, now I may be wrong, but I feel like before that, OnlyFans, it was around, but it wasn't like a big thing it was until after the pandemic. Because before the pandemic, I feel like a lot of gay influencers really stayed in their lane and like survived off of modeling and getting their brand deals. But like I said, after 2020, those brand deals started drying up, especially since they started competing with other celebrities to get those brand deals. And therefore, they had to go and show a little ass for cash to supplement their income. Another notable gay influencer that kind of blurred the lines between gay influencer to corn star is Fitness Poppy, or I like to call him Fisty Poppy. He just shoves it on in there. Fitness Poppy may have started out in corn, but he was one man that really built up a huge business on Instagram surrounded by fitness. Like his fitness videos go viral, and he also has like a fitness apparel business along with training other people. And it's like you could easily make this transition out of corn, but when the money is too good, it keeps you in. Like, I feel like people, gay men that do corn, they get sucked in unknowing to them. Another example is this man by the name of King Marcellus. I've actually met him in person at Crocker once. He was like a friend of a friend. I thought he was gorgeous, thought he was very handsome. And he's like, oh yeah, check out my Twitter, check out my music and all that. So I thought he was just like a model and an artist. But then you go to his Twitter and you see his log and booty hole. And I'm just like, damn, you too? Like, come on. And y'all, I just find it really sad because a lot of these gay music artists, a lot of them are on Twitter showing their ass. It's like you go for the music, but you end up staying for the ass. And it's just like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you brought us to your page for your music. Like, why are you showing us your booty hole? I came to your Twitter for one thing. I came to hear you sing, not those other pair of lips sing. It's just sad too because a lot of them could really be taken serious in the music game, and the modeling game, and the acting game. And I know it's an industry that's very, very, very highly competitive. I get it. But you actually have a fighting chance. But since you're showing your ass for some cash, you're no longer going to have a fighting chance because the industry, unless you're white, the industry does not take you seriously. After you show off what your mama gave you, the industry just never takes you seriously after that. Now, maybe things will change in the near future because the lines are so blurred, but as far as I know, you will never be taken seriously after that. Now, I may sound judgy and preachy. Cool, I'll be all that, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys because I see so many beautiful, talented men that could do so much more than bending that ass over and letting that Bucci breathe. Like, I understand that we all fall under American greed and we need the dollar in order to succeed and to survive and thrive. I get it, but you don't have to show the moose knuckle in order to get it. I think one factor that plays into a lot of gay men doing corn and sex work is also with the fact that a lot of them were shunned so much in life to a point where any form of validation that they get, they're going to take it and run with it, and they're going to keep doing it and doing what they're doing. They gave them that validation so they can keep receiving that validation. And that leads to a lot of people doing this line of work because they constantly get praised, which gives them a dopamine addiction, like that dopamine fix. Like, you can get addicted to dopamine, and that's what a lot of these corn stars are. They're addicted to dopamine. They're addicted to the high that they get of people getting high to watching them. And speaking of getting high, that whole entire industry is low vibrational and it's filled with a lot of drug use and a lot of sexual addiction. Now, granted, I think to an extent the whole world has like a little form of a sexual addiction. Me personally, I don't get sex that often, but maybe if I got it, I would be addicted to it. But hey, maybe that's why God keeps it away from me. But I will say that whole industry can like lure you in and get you addicted to a point where you don't want to get out. Like there's a lot of porn stars that actively got out and they are a lot more happier and they talk down on their past and down on their time in the industry. I mean, it's hot when they're in there, but when they wake the fuck up and realize like, oh, wait a minute, I have nothing to show for it, that's when it's time to get up out of it. And a lot of people get out of it, but a lot of people are sucked in to where it's a point where it's too late to get up out of it. For example, the porn star by the name of Hot Rod. Now, I'm taking it back, but Hot Rod is like a classic black gay porn star that we all know. It was alleged about a year ago that they found him homeless in the subway system, barely even clothed. Like, now it's alleged that that may have not have been him, but he had those paw print tattoos on his leg, and it was just like, I think that's him. And the thing is, you want to do OnlyFans, you want to do corn, cool. Just know that that money may be good when it first starts, but unless you're able to like switch it up and do something different, that money's gonna go down expeditiously. Y'all, I'll never reveal this man or put him on blast, but there was this corn star that I came to know on a dating app about a year ago, probably 2 years ago. I don't know how, like we exchanged numbers and all that, but nothing ever happened. We never met up or anything. But I want to say like a few months after the fact, he started hitting me up for money. And I'm just like, you on videos, right? You on Twitter on all that, right? Why are you hitting me up for money? And this was during one of the brokest times of my life, but I will say he gave me this sad story about how he got put out of his mom's house and he was damn near homeless living in his car with his dog. And I was just like, you got put out of your mama's house. But like a sucker, I gave him money. I felt bad. I don't want to see people down and out. I really don't. Like, that's one of my pet peeves, and now I'm one person that sets boundaries. But when you give somebody money, they keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And he kept coming back to a point where I was just like, okay, I'm good. Like, you should be good by now. And from what I see, he's on his feet right now. But my thing is this is somebody that was doing OnlyFans and corn star work for years. And you mean to tell me that you didn't even have your own place to live? Poor money management, poor pussy management, all that jazz, that may have been something that plagued him, but at the end of the day, just know that if you want to step into that line of work, the money is not moneying, especially like it used to. So ask yourself, is it worth it? And also with the fact that if you feel like this is going to be the ticket out of poverty and the ticket out of having, money issues, I know times are hard and I know sometimes we're faced with reality. I get it. But this is not the way that's going to get you to where you want to be. It may get you there temporarily, but you got to keep on giving and giving and giving until you can't give anymore. Another reason why living the life of a corn star just gives you nothing but a life full of strife is because from what I see, a lot of all these corn stars, especially the black ones, all they do is fight. All they do is fight, fuss, and fuck. It doesn't matter if it's on Bigo, it doesn't matter if it's on Twitter, it doesn't matter if it's in these YouTube streets. All I do is see all these corn stars that just fight. They fight and fuss and fuck, and they fight over who they fuck. I know a lot of you guys see these porn star fights. I know y'all see them. Like, do y'all really want to insert yourself and be a part of that life? At the end of the day, I just want more for my gay brothers because, like I said, I see so many very beautiful, very talented men just giving away pieces of themselves, and showing themselves, like being very vulnerable to a point where they end up losing a big chunk of themselves. I understand times are hard and hell, some of y'all just do it for the fuck of it. I mean, cool. But however, the amount of followers you have does not equate to the amount of money that you're going to be able to bring in. If you're falling on hard times, just know that what you're going through is temporary and the Lord will always make a way somehow. But yeah, sorry if I sound all soapboxy and preachy and all that, but like I just had to get this out because I just don't want to see any more of my gay brothers lose themselves. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, somebody has to do it, but it doesn't have to be you. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about the gay influencer to corn star pipeline. Those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.